Hey guys, this is your Jomba. Welcome to the channel. Moses Kuria is President Ruto's cabinet secretary without portfolio. We have seen Moses Kuria feature severally in high-profile events that involve President Ruto himself. Moses Kuria has been campaigning on behalf of President Ruto, especially in Olkalau. We saw him go all out in an effort to get President Ruto's UDA candidate elected in the by-election that was held there on July 16th, 2026, in which led to a resounding defeat with 87% of the vote going to the opposition DCP candidate Sami Douglas Waweru. And so far, Mrs. Kuria is being used by President Ruto in an effort to divide Mount Kenya East versus Mount Kenya West. Viewers of Mobili Mogodi TV, I will let you be the judge on whether the efforts by Moses Kuria are paying off. Moses Kuria is a seasoned politician. He has served as a member of parliament here in Kiambu County. Moses Kuria has been among the first people to serve in President Ruto's cabinet as the cabinet secretary for trade and industrialization. Moses Kuria, as we all know, and you can judge in the comments below, my viewers, you can tell me how you feel about Moses Kuria. But from where I sit here at Mobili Mogodi TV, Moses Kuria has proved to be inconsequential in the effort to divide Mount Kenya East and West. Moses Kuria fashions his greatest opponent in the race to the August 2027 general election as Rigathi Gachagua. However, we are seeing time and again Moses Kuria efforts fail to take off in an effort to garner support for President Ruto in Mount Kenya. On the night of the 20th August 2026, at around 11:08 p.m., Moses Kuria posted very cryptic posts on his Facebook and his Twitter page, and he alluded to the fact that he is fearful, in quotes, fearful for the life of former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, that one person is going to sacrifice themselves and do him the way the former President of the United States, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, was done by Lee Harvey Oswald. What do I take away from this specific post? In my analysis, this looks like a threat to former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua's life, and Kenyans should not take this lightly. It is very clear that they are throwing everything at the wall in the hopes that it sticks. It is very clear that President Ruto is completely running out of ideas, and he is using Moses Kuria in an effort to conduct a propaganda scheme called perception hacking, in an effort to get the people angry. Kenyans are supposed to get angry at these posts by Moses Kuria, and specifically this one that he is threatening the life of former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. And the reception has been very weird because the people are not buying it. If anything, a majority of Kenyans are telling Moses Kuria and President Ruto that they should go ahead with their evil scheme to take out former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, because as it is, a majority of Kenyans, including people from Mount Kenya themselves, view Rigathi Gachagua with a third eye. And the third eye tells us that Rigathi Gachagua and the kind of politics that he conducts are not what Kenyans are looking for in August 2027. Kenyans are saying that they want to be united behind a non-tribal vote. They wanted to be united behind a candidate who brings Kenyan together and not a candidate who divides Kenyans in tribal lines, in which Rigathi Gachagua is famous for with his Mount Kenya tribal narrative or Mount Kenya tribal rhetoric. Be that it may, again on the 21st of August 2026, Moses Kuria went ahead to post another cryptic tweet, and this time he posted a tweet and also a Facebook post in which he attached the image of Ugandan opposition leader, Dr. Kizza Besigye. And he also, on the same post, he posted the image of Tundu Lissu, Tundu Antiphas Lissu, who is the opposition leader in Tanzania. What is common about Tundu Antiphas Lissu and Dr. Kizza Besigye is that they are both political prisoners in their respective country. Dr. Kizza Besigye was abducted in the Republic of Kenya sometime in 2025, and he was renditioned back to Uganda, where he has been detained since. Dr. Kizza Besigye is a very old man, and he is very sick while in custody in Uganda. Tundu Antiphas Lissu was arrested in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, sometime in 2025 in the run-up to their presidential election in October of 2025. And he has been in detention since, whereby he is being tried for treason. These actions by Moses Kuria tell us one thing. Viewers of Mabili Mogodi TV, I highly believe that President Ruto is extremely desperate to kind of take over and control the political narrative that is playing out here in the Republic of Kenya. The biggest challenge that President Ruto faces is none other than Senator of Nairobi County, Edwin Watenya Sifuna. And Edwin Sifuna has galvanized Kenyans to support his presidential bid, which has completely decimated the tribal narrative that is being pushed by his major opponents. President Ruto's major opponents, when you look at them carefully, led by Rigathi Gachagua, Fred Matiang'i, who else? Martha Karua, Kalonzo Musyoka. This has been what they call the united opposition. The united opposition has been pushing the same kind of political narrative that President Ruto wants to be pushed in the run-up to the August 2027 election. And this narrative is the politics of tribe, whereby the Akamba nation comes behind Kalonzo Musyoka, the Kisii nation comes behind Dr. Fred Matiang'i, and the Kikuyu nation, the Mount Kenya nation, comes behind Martha Karua and Rigathi Gachagua. This is failing by the day, as we are all aware. We can all see that the people of the Republic of Kenya are completely not interested in hii siasa ya ukabila. Na sasa kila uchao, every day we are entertained to a new level of ugly politics being driven by the likes of Moses Kuria in an effort to kind of control the narrative. They have completely lost the plot, and especially because the candidacy of Edwin Watenya Sifuna has completely rattled the establishment politicians, what I refer to as the old guard. The old guard is very afraid of a candidate who is supported across all tribes of the people of the Republic of Kenya. And therefore, they are going to try and do everything in an effort to, first of all, discredit Edwin Sifuna's candidacy, number one. Number two, the most important agenda is to divide Kenyans into tribal elements. And if Kenyans can be divided by tribe, if a specific tribe can be antagonized in an effort to draw them to the streets, to create anarchy, to create violence, then this gives President Ruto a better chance at winning the August 2027 election. But, however, we can all see that all these plans are failing, and specifically these tweets and these posts on Facebook by Moses Kuria have completely failed to take off. And then now we are going to have to look forward to what next from President Ruto and his stooges like Moses Kuria. This is your Jomba Mwabili Mogodi. Thank you very much for your support. As usual, continue the conversation in the comments. Like and share this content with your friends and family around the world. If you are not yet subscribed to the channel, click on the subscribe button. Asanteni sana.